Hello everyone and welcome to iOpenTCGs, the channel where I normally just open TCGs, but today I have a talking video about Star Wars Unlimited Set 2's Collation issue. Now I'm not sure what I've named this, but there is a higher level pattern to the cards in Set 2. Now, to catch you up really quick, for Set 1, there was a legendary pattern that was discovered. It was kind of a wheel, so you kind of know if I hit this legendary, it might go to the left and hit this one, or it might go left, hit this one. Again, it only affected base legendaries, did not affect foils, hyperspaces, hyperspace foil versions, just the base ones. And that was so far as the public knowledge of that pattern. Now, the legendary circle has been already discovered for Set 2, but when I was opening boxes on Whatnot, we started noticing a few things. Collation seemed pretty janky. And then on the third day, we had a chatter come in and hint that there was a deeper pattern there. And so I looked at all of my openings. I went on YouTube. I found 12 other box openings. So we got around 4 cases worth of openings. And there is a bigger pattern involving rares. It is bad. I cannot believe it is like it's like priority number 2 in a TCG. 1 is like a game that plays, but 2 is like randomize the cards. Okay. Now just to make sure, once I open this box to kind of prove to you what's happening, I can't re-record this. So it might be a little bit janky after this. But I do want to mention that I have my laptop here because I don't have it memorized. So I will be doing some searching just to show you that there is a pattern. Now it is not 100%. Much like my very first video, this is kind of just the hint at it. I'm sure there will be people in the next couple weeks that are going to figure out for real. Now, the reason I'm making this video is just to make sure people understand never, ever, ever, ever buy single packs from a non-trusted source, and especially this set, and maybe this pattern exists in Set 1 as well. Do not buy single packs from non-trusted sources. Now, luckily, it is not a mappable situation when the box is not open. So that is still good for the game. And maybe that's why there wasn't a big uproar for Set 1. Now, let's see if I can do it, because I do not know if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it, and then we'll talk a little bit after. All right, so now I'm breaking this. I cannot restart this video. All right, here we go. Now, the idea is that, much like the legendaries, there is a very clear pattern with the rares. It is not, again, 100%. It kind of comes in chunks. So it is not a pattern that you can follow 100%, but there are chunks to it, and those chunks tie in to legendaries, and that's why it's bad. All right. Now, I open the box. This is the left side. This is the right side. Now, the way that I did my pattern and the way that the chatter told me to look at things is to start with the right side. So you can start with the left side. That's fine. It's just for my pattern, I'm starting with the right side. All right. So I'm going to start here. All right. Maybe I'll open a showcase. So I bought this single box earlier. So really, we don't care too much about everything else. We're just going to go straight. Oh, okay. That's a nice card. We like that. Again, the hyperspaces, foil versions of legendaries, all of that stuff does not matter in this case. So we got a Hot Shot DL44 blaster. Okay, we got a pre-Vizsla foil. That's cool. We like that, but we're just looking at the rare here. All right, so we got Hot Shot DL44. Now I'm gonna go to my laptop real quick. 1 second here. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the right side here. Now, chances are the next rare is going to be the Marauder. Now, I could be wrong. It is not always the case. Marauder. Ooh. And a foil hyperspace Palpatine's return. Okay, we like that. We'll put that to the side. So that was the Marauder. So let me get my piles right. And then after this is probably going to be pre-Vizsla. So we're going to open the next one again from the right side here. Yep. And here's where it's bad. This should be Poe. Legendary Poe. Now, it may not be. Again, it's not 100%. I do think some are stronger than others. And the more that you've seen of the chunks, the better. So this does not guarantee the Poe, but we shall see. Yep. So what that means is I can open the very first pack. I can see that it's Hotshot Blaster. Open the fourth pack, Poe. All right. Now, does that mean if you get a Hotshot as the top one, you'll always get a Poe? I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true, right? Now, after Poe, the pattern usually changes a little bit, or it moves to a different chunk, right? Like I said, it's in chunks. And so sometimes certain rares are in multiple chunks, so you don't know 100% which chunk you're in. So we're just going to keep trying this out. Okay, we got a triple dark raid, which does make sense. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now, I think the Poe Dameron chunk is one of the... Again, I don't have that much data, but it seems one of the strongest ones. The next one should be Tarful. I think. Should be Tarful. Yep. My everything's messed up. After this, Mandalorian armor. Yep. And then it should be Maul. Yep. Put that aside. We know that's a good card. After Maul, Final Showdown. Yep. Legendary Final Showdown. Again, I do think these two chunks come back to back quite a lot. But it's not 100%. Like, there are some boxes where after the Maul, it changes to a different chunk, right? So it doesn't always go into the Final Showdown chunk. So that doesn't always happen. The next one's could be swooped down. Oh, okay, it's Django. Okay, so let me look up the thing here. Okay, now this one could be swooped down. So I actually have two. Sometimes Django's there, sometimes Django's not there. Let's just see. Okay, yeah. So here's the swoop down. And then Mystic Reflection, I think. Mystic Reflection. Now after this, I guess we'll see. So now we're going on the left side here. Maybe, let's see. Maybe Legal Authority? Oh, okay, we're at Effant Mond. Okay. Let's see where we're at now. Now, Effant Mond is in a lot of weird spots. Let me see here. Okay. So Effin Mon is very often after Crate Dragon. So we might, so let's see, it could be Mandalorian next. It could be Cobb Vanth. Let's try Mandalorian. Nope. Altering the deal. That is not what I was expecting. Let's see. Ooh, I see. Okay. Effant Mond, then altering the deal, then Chewbacca. Let's try that. Now, I know there's going to be comments like, oh, maybe you're lucky, and maybe I am. Maybe it's just this batch. Maybe it's just whatever. I can only Chewbacca. I can only kind of explain what I've seen. Oh gosh, I just knocked over so many cards. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this not in an ideal situation, but I think you can see the massive card pile. Sorry. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we got Chewbacca here, and then maybe Boba Fett's armor. And so now I'm sad because I'm like, oh, I could have gotten Crate Dragon if it was up a little bit, but it wasn't, right? So Boba Fett's armor, Marauder, and then Chaos of War. Chaos of War. And maybe Cobb Vanth. Yep, Cobb Vanth. And then Val. And then Endless Legions. There we go. So at least in this box, there were a little bit weirdness, okay, but at least going through a couple of them, very easily found 3 of the legendaries, right? Now after this, could be Dr. Evazan. Yep. Then Heroic Resolve. Yep. And now I know chances of me hitting another legendary very, very, very slim. Lone Pike. Ooh, Inspiring Mentor. Interesting. Okay. So that was Heroic Resolve into Inspiring Mentor. Oh, I'm sorry. That is correct. It should be Inspiring Mentor and then Lone Pike. I messed that up. Yeah. So I'm happy I got a Poe. So Poe, Crate, and Endless Legion very often come together. In this case, I went a different direction, but now why is this bad? Well, I just don't understand how a modern TCG can fuck this up. It seems like the most simple thing in the world to randomize your boxes. I don't know. Now for foils, hyperspace foils, there's just not enough data without collecting more boxes, right? Because they happen so infrequently. I don't think there's anything. I don't know. Now again, is this 100%? No, it's not. I'm not gonna publish, the data. You can literally just Google some box openings and you'll probably figure it out very quickly. I do hope more people talk about this. I think, I don't watch all the Star Wars content, so I'm sure there are some content creators that talked about the collation issue for a brief second in for set 1. But yeah, especially because these boxes are so rare, they are going to be hard to find. Again, do not buy single packs. Yeah, I know that this info is going to be weaponized for some shady people to go out and do some shady things. The reason I made the video is because it's gonna be out there regardless. Me talking about it now doesn't necessarily change that. But on the flip side, if you are trying to sell singles, if you open the box and shuffle up the cards or shuffle up the packs, you should do that. So that's again advice so that you don't get sniped from somebody else. Somebody can't snipe you. But yeah, what are your thoughts? I honestly, I really like Star Wars. There's a lot of good things about it. There's a lot of bad things about it. And this is just another one of those bad things that, again, even if you don't think it's that bad, it doesn't matter that much, fine. That's okay. But I hope we can all agree that a card game should not be like this. Okay? This should not happen. And my guess is it happens in set 1 as well. I don't know how that gets past QA, how that gets past anything, to be honest, because all we have to do, and that's not to take into account that there are, we found in my openings duplicate boxes, right? This happened in set 1 as well, where in the same case, you could have 2, sometimes 3 of not only the same, it could be the same exact box, or it could be 2 or 3 or 4 very, very, very similar boxes that stay within the same pattern. That's less egregious, but it is still annoying and still not cool. I don't know. Let's say you buy a case and you get all of the grouping in the bad grouping, right? We already know it, the legendaries, base ones at least, are grouped together, but it matters for rares because there are certain rares in this game that'll probably be worth more money than others, like Maul. It's kind of crazy that you can buy a whole case and not get a single Maul because you just happen to get all of one section of the pattern, right? That sucks. That shouldn't happen in a card game. I know I'm kind of rambling now, but I was hoping I would pull a showcase. That would have been nice. This was an expensive box to kind of go out and do, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, till next time. Bye.